Today's lesson, we're going to focus on the effects of marijuana use on the brain and the body. We're also going to review peer pressure refusal techniques or strategies. In our last lesson, we talked about the harmful effects of tobacco use. What are some of those short-term and long-term effects of smoking or nicotine use we discussed? Wrinkles, cancer, bad breath, yellow teeth, nicotine addiction, heart disease, shortness of breath, and secondhand smoke are all some of the short-term and long-term effects of tobacco use. But what are some of the benefits of being nicotine-free? Do you remember some of them? How about fresher breath, whiter teeth, a happy heart, healthier lungs? You can breathe better, you smell better, and you're going to have more money if you remain nicotine-free. You know, we've been talking about drugs that can interfere with a person's ability to reach his or her goals. Today, we're going to talk about another drug that can keep a person from reaching his or her goals. That drug is marijuana. Right now, let's meet David. David is in 8th grade. He loves to play baseball. He's been playing on his school's team since he was in 6th grade. Recently, he's heard a lot of people talking about marijuana, but he isn't sure what to believe about it. One of his teammates said he wanted to try the drug. David wants to know the facts about marijuana. First, let's think of what he would need to play baseball. Make a list on a separate piece of paper about the skills that David might need to play baseball. What skills did you list? Possible answers might be he'd need to be able to run fast, catch and throw a baseball, remember the plays that his coach called out. He'd need to have dedication and motivation. Those are all things that he would need to commit to attending and practice and attend games. Your brain has been developing since the day you were born. In fact, it will continue to develop until you're in your mid-20s. Marijuana use can slow down or stop this growth process and impair your ability to learn. Let's help David learn the effects of marijuana use. Marijuana use causes some of these side effects. Reduced motivation. Users can no longer care about things, people, or activities that were once important to them. Poor concentration. Users can no longer pay attention or stay focused. Additional effects of marijuana use are poor coordination. Users no longer have the ability to make different parts of their body work together smoothly and efficiently. Short-term memory loss. Users can no longer recall information they've recently processed. Let's think about David again. What we're going to do is you're going to make a copy of this activity, Fallout. And in this activity, you're going to write down possible negative consequences for David if he were to try marijuana. How would that affect him? Let's take a look at the activity together. Read the effects of marijuana use, review them in the presentation I just shared with you, and think about how each effect of marijuana use will affect a person's ability to play baseball. Write or type 2 negative consequences that could stem from each effect. Make a copy of this activity, complete it, and submit it to your teacher or your learning facilitator. Reduced motivation. Users no longer care about things, people, or activities that were once important. Negative consequences in baseball with reduced motivation. What could a negative consequence be? For example, perhaps David would be kicked off the team because he would no longer attend practices. He would no longer give it his all. So in each of these 4 effects of marijuana use, I want you to read them, and I want you to write down 2 negative consequences that may affect David. We've talked throughout these lessons about peer pressure refusal strategies. Remember, a strategy is a plan. We want you to make sure that you have a plan ahead of time so that if you are pressured by peers, young people your own age, to make some unhealthy choices, you have a plan of how to respond.